Ruby Amethyst, Ruby Sapphire, and Sapphire Steel are in my opinion the 3 best decks in the game right now. So we're kind of still playing in a Floodborne meta, but with Inklad's cards in addition.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
As you may know from my previous Sapphire Steel video and tournament streams, it is absolutely my favorite deck. So now I'm going to share with you my version of the list that is adapted to the post-Moyen meta, since they achieved a runner-up in Faya Beastie's tournament. In light of that tournament win, this version of deck is more adapted to win the Sapphire Steel mirror, thanks to cards like Hades and Let It Go, offering some form of tempo swingy removal. Now you might be wondering what's changed since set 2. First and foremost, we've gained access to an alternate win condition. McDuck's mana is essentially a 4-cost 0/9 that quests for 2 every turn, and doesn't get cleared by area removal like Be Prepared, who said you needed Ursula to counter Be Prep. This means we can lean more heavily into our new and old removal cards to protect our board and locations without overcommitting too many characters to the board. And because a lot of these tools are songs, we can cheat out a lot of value. In this new location meta, we also have access to a pivotal new tech card. Rise of the Titans lets us simultaneously deal with location and item cards, which is perfect for where this meta currently is, with key targets like Mana, Castle, and Fishbone Quill. In the early game, the general line we're looking at is to either lean into board control with a Hook and Smee to counter aggression, or we can build resources with Popsicle and develop your brain. Do keep in mind that Smee's self-damage is actually countered by Cogsworth's resist buff. On turn 3, we almost always want to be slamming down some ramp. Quill's usually better, but Mickey is great into discard and aggro decks. On turn 4, we can play a large threat, or to counter hyper-aggression we can play Grab Your Sword, but if you do have some room to breathe, it's probably best to wait until turn 5 so you can sing Grab Your Sword and slam a Tink to remove X and freeze and cheat some more value. Lastly, to close out the game, we push our lore counter and pressure the board with Hades and McDuck's mana. If our opponent is playing lots of removal, I've even snuck in a single copy of Grammar Tala to get some uninteractable lore gain late into the match. I'm still unsure about how consistently impactful Nanotala is though, so I'll keep an eye on it as the meta develops. Now, you may have noticed I haven't talked about A Whole New World yet, and this is because it is a card filled with nuance, especially in this meta. Gone are the days of winning off the wheel combo alone, as the meta has adapted, so here are some scenarios where you don't want to play A Whole New World. Firstly, when playing into an aggressive deck, avoid A Whole New World as long as you can. They're going to dump their hand and you don't want to give them any more juice. Instead, opt for alternate draw options like Beast and Haram Flabasham. Secondly, when playing a wheel mirror, often the first player forced to wheel will lose, especially if they hardcast it, as it costs lots of tempo and gives it to your opponent. This can change depending on if you're going first or second, especially in a Sapphire Steel mirror. Going first, you absolutely want to wheel on curve to keep getting value from Fishbone Quill's ramp asymmetrically from your opponent. And going second, you want to destroy their Quill with a Rise of Titans so that they can't asymmetrically gain value from Fishbone Quill and wheel. And finally, Red-Blue is probably our worst matchup in the meta, and I don't think you should ever wheel in it, as they have way more removal and threats but can take advantage of the resources than we do. So in this case, you want to play more of a slower beatdown approach, where you can draw cards for our alternate draw tools like Beast and Haram. That's all folks, I hope you enjoy this new iteration of Sapphire Steel as much as I do. Sorry for having a 2-week break from videos, I had this horrible illness that I'm still not fully recovered from. And as always, stick around for some gameplay. Okay, so here we are, Sapphire Steel versus Emerald Steel. Today we're playing a McDuck mana version, similar to the list Moyen played, but I've adapted it to fit the current state of the meta a week and a half after that tournament. So we're looking at, being better in the mirror and just being better in a slower game pace in general, because we're seeing less aggro decks now. So we're going first. We don't need Develop Your Brain. We have Popsicle. Don't really need Let It Go. Grab Your Sword might be nice to keep. I think Grab Your Sword is nice to keep into Emerald, but I don't think I can afford to in this scenario. I think Whole New World is worth it because maybe Whole New World isn't worth it without Quill. Let's find out. I think we ink for Let It Go here and go for a Popsicle. So yeah, definitely should have mulliganed the Whole New World too, because without Quill, we don't get massive advantage out of having extra cards, because we're just on the Mickey ramp right now. Yeah, Don't want mana as much. So missing our turn 2 kind of sucks, but we should still be okay. Yeah, I haven't recorded in a while, so sorry if I sound a bit odd. It's been like a week and a half since I've last had a video. Sorry it's been so long, I've just been super sick for a while. This is where I kind of wish I kept the grab your sword. But that's A-okay. We'll ink the hook and go straight into a Mickey. And then I guess we get to set up the Haram for extra draw. There's the John. Really wish I had grab your sword now. We've gone full discard version. Ink for we didn't need to ink for Rise of Titans straight away. We should have gone for the draw first, but no worries. And next turn, we're going to be able to Tinkerbell in order to get rid of that Bucky. Okay, inking a Robin Hood. Ursula comes down, so we're going to try and discard a song. They could discard Let It Go or A Whole New World. I think they're going to discard the Let It Go because A Whole New World's more in their favor. Yeah, and they're taking away some of our inkable cards. So unless we can put a Floodborn down this turn, we're in a pretty good shape. Okay, they're just going to discard another song. So I guess get rid of our other Let It Go to try and block us on... Oh no, okay, they get rid of A Whole New World this time. Guess they don't want me drawing cards. Don't want me to be able to reach or grab your sword. Especially now that they know I have a Tinkerbell. They can't quest with either of the cards because they know I have the threat of a Tinkerbell. Each opponent chooses and discards a card. Okay, we're going to have to get rid of one Hades here. That's A-okay. Okay, well, I think we ink for Rise of Titans, keep the Let It Go for a Tinkerbell here, deal 1 damage to all. And I think we hit the Haram, because we'd rather the Mickey lives trades from the Ursulas. And we can quest with the Mickey. So if they exert either of these Ursulas here, we're going to be able to clean up that part of the board with Tinkerbell quite easily. They have discarded a lot of our cards though. We've lost our Whole New World, so we are a bit concerned. Hopefully we can find a Popsicle or a Fishbone, which we can draw off of with the Haram. Another Bucky comes down. Not great to see. And we're going to discard our final song, so we need to top deck an Inkable if we want to get this Hades down for some tempo. Okay, I think we're going to go with the Beast to draw cards instead. And then just quest, because we've discarded a lot of our cards, but we still have board advantage, so unless we can clear our board, we're still in a great position here. Triple Ursula is kind of wild, though. Discarding all 3 of our songs. And we're still probably going to win. Okay, there's the Beast comes down. We're going to have to get rid of the Hades now. That's okay. We've got our Beast down, so we can draw cards. Hopefully we draw into some kind of removal for their Beast. I mean, we're in a really tricky position here. Like, the best thing they could probably do is just quest and let me trade into them. Okay. Let's play Develop Our Brain, so we can grab. Oh, nice. So we can get a lot of value here. Grab the Cogsworth, play the Cogsworth down, then sing the Grab Your Sword to get rid of that card in our hand. That takes out almost our entire board, and then we can just keep on questing. And there's not really much that an Emerald Steel deck can do once you've got that Cogsworth down. It's going to be very, very hard for them to remove. Especially when we're so ahead on tempo. I'm going to put another Bucky down. It doesn't really do anything when we've got no cards left in our hand. I'd say that's GG. A little bit too little too late with the Jafar coming down. We're going to be able to trade into the Beast, but we're still going to win. This is a pretty decisive board. I mean, we could play the Whole New World here, but I don't think there's much point when we're already ahead. So I think we trade the Mickey into the Ursula, and then just keep questing. Morph comes down. Still fine. If you morph into a tank, we've got resist. Okay, the strength can do something. Deals 2 damage to one of our characters. Can't target the Cogsworth because of the ward, obviously. Okay, 2 damage to Tink. And they still can't trade into the Tink, because Jafar can only do 2 damage, and that is game. Okay, so we're in a blue steel mirror. This should be pretty interesting. We are going first, so we do have the advantage, but we need to hard mulligan for some better plays than Hook. Because Hook does not help in this mirror. So let's look for the Popsicles and Smees. We just want to go for pure value here and the ramp cards. Okay, maybe we should have just kept the Hook so we had something playable. Think a Quill. I mean, not like Hook does anything, so it's fine to mulligan away in this case. Yeah, because Popsicle's really what we want. Oh, these are not great draws. Okay. We're gonna Quill first and keep Rise of the Titans to remove their mana or their Quill. And we can do nothing for the first 2 turns and still win in this matchup. Especially because we've got a whole new world, so we just need to find a 5 cost to play. Okay, do not need Vitala. Play the Quill. Inca Mickey. Okay, Inca Quill, play a Quill maybe? Nope, we're gonna get rid of our Quill. We'll get rid of our Rise of the Titans and then play a Beast. Yeah, I really want to get rid of their Quill. So maybe we should sing Whole New World next turn to find something to remove it. Obstacle? Yeah, we can play the Smee and still have enough for a Rise of Titans, so I think this is fine. Think for Develop Your Brain. Now Whole New World. Perfect. There is the Rise of Titans, so we can get rid of their Quill so they can't benefit off of this Whole New World. Just going to be playing for tempo here, getting our Cogsworth down, getting a nice board set up. Okay, Gaston. That's something we can remove with Zeus, and we can sing it off the Beast too. Okay, so what do we want to play here? I definitely think we're singing Along Comes Zeus. Get rid of the Gaston. We could go straight for the mana here, which I do kind of like. So let's play Develop Your Brain so we can grab a Quill. Perfect. If we play the Quill, we'll be able to ink 2, get back up to 4. Nice. I like that play. Ink the Hook, will away the Grab Your Sword, and then play the McDuck mana, and then Quest. So we're just going for aggression here, and hopefully to get more value than our opponent. If they play anything particularly scary, we can Hades it away. If not, we can build our board with Cogsworth. Okay, well we can't remove that. I think we Quill, Cogsworth, Beast, then sing Whole New World. Discard a bunch more of their cards. I think we've just given them a better hand, unfortunately, but not much we can do about that. And we're not going to quest with a Smee yet, because it can just get destroyed. Can just get traded into. But once we get a second Cogsworth down, we can start questing. Okay, Inca Smee. They put a Quill down now, because we want to catch up in ink resources. A Gaston calms down. Definitely a target we want to remove. Yeah, but there's not much we can do. We've gone first. We've set up our Cogsworths. We're ahead of them on resources. It's really our game to lose at this point. Perfect. Zeus. And we just want to sing everything, that every song that we're playing. Just to, you know, build more board tempo, because they can't really trade into us anyway because of the Cogsworths. What do we want to play here? I do feel like singing Let It Go is pretty good here, just to keep our board tempo. And then we can go with Haram, so draw more cards. Lovely. Can we ink any? No, we can't. So we can't get the McDuck's mana up, so we might as well just play the Popsicle here. Nice. Don't think we want a Whole New World again at this point, so I'm just going to ink it. Okay, and GG. That's Sapphire Steel. You go first, you're very likely to win. Okay, Amber Steel versus Zach Bivens, one of the best Lorcana players in the world. Let's see how we do against him. Hopefully we should have an advantage going into any Amber Steel deck with Cogsworth and the like. We are going second, so Tinkerbell is quite good to keep going second. And a reactive card like Along Comes Zeus is as well. I feel like we keep the Develop Your Brain because it is an inkable and we have our ramp card. It's something we can play on turn 2. Nice, we got the Cog as well. So we probably play Develop Your Brain first to try and find a 2-drop. Okay, Inca McDuck's mana. Yeah, we want to search for a 2-drop, so let's Develop Your Brain. We don't find a 2-drop, but we do find a Whole New World. I don't feel like Wheel's the answer in this matchup. But let's grab the Beast. Like, in a wheel versus wheel game, in a wheel versus wheel game, you want your opponent to play the wheel, because when they're spending resources, you don't have to. And we definitely want to get that Quill on the board as soon as possible. Send them a greeting, see if they say hello back. Alright, let's get that popsicle down. Nice. Oh, what do we ink? Probably ink one of the beasts and get the hook down. I feel like everything else is super needed. So this hook at least challenges the Smee and the Robin. Okay, we're going to shift onto the Robin. And sing Storm to control the board. Hopefully they don't have a wheel in hand, otherwise we're probably going to sing it next turn. Okay, I'm fine to publicly ink a Smee, play the Quill, Quill the Mickey. We'll just get value that way. A 3-6 is quite a scary stat line. We're not going to be able to take it out with just a Zeus. Yeah, I think we go for Cog, maybe? Because Cogs are super necessary in this matchup. Why do we go straight for the Tink? Because the Tink does remove the Smee. Yeah, I think we need some immediate board impact. So we'll ink the hook, and then Fishbone, Quill, the Cog. So at least we know we didn't get... At least we don't know we got rid of the Cog. And then we Tink to challenge the rest of the board. Okay, they're going to Zeus our Tink. Not great. And they're going to ban Necessities our Zeus. And probably sing the whole new world. Oh, actually, no, not. Oh, they don't even have... Okay. So we're both in top deck mode now, but we have a beast. So that is our advantage, but we need to play to. I think we can recover from this position depending on the draws we get from beast. Okay, they went for the sing whole new world. This is a... Can't believe they top decked the whole new world. This is a lot tougher of a matchup now. But at least we have resources. We're going to heal the hood so it's not in Zeus range. We're going to have to let it go it. Oh, not another flute. Oh, Zach! What is your top deck ability? All we can really do at this point is hope for the best with removal. We can only go up to 8 here. I guess that means we play a Develop Your Brain, see what our options are. Rise of Titans. Okay, so if we sing or let it go, we can play the Rise of Titans at the same time. Oh, actually, what does the double grab your sword do? Double grab your sword does not do enough. Yeah, so we grab the Rise of Titans. We sing the Let It Go, remove a Robin Hood. Then we play the Along Comes Zeus, get rid of the Rapunzel, and ink a McDuck's mana. And do we ink the whole new world? I think we do. I really don't want to be the player who's whole new worlding this matchup, so I don't mind getting rid of it. And then we can Rise of Titans, one of the flutes. We can go to 10 next turn. So okay, well we can't go to 10 next turn now because of the Benja. We can still go 4+5 at least. With the aerial quests, we can trade in a beast or something. This is another flute! God. Please stop having so many flutes. Okay, well if they have another song, we're just dead. That talent's not useful to us right now. We can only go to 9. We can only go to 9. So we might as well just play the Haram no matter what now. If we had the Quill, we could do Tink plus grab your sword, but now we can't. Ink for Smee. Trade into the aerial. And then let it go the Benja. If they have a song, that's GG. Okay, now we can just dig for a song. Oh no. Zach, please! Don't top deck into whole new worlds when you play against me. Well played, well played. If we had inked on that turn before they topped... No, we didn't need to ink on the turn before they whole new worlded. We've just been one ink below the whole game. Oh, we are up against Ruby Steel. So the Pirates deck. Have not played into Pirates yet, but I assume we destroy them just because of Cogsworth. So we definitely want to look for a 1-drop here, but I'll keep the Cogsworth just because of how relevant I assume it is in this matchup. Like, as long as we can trade well. Oh, okay, that is not a great mulligan. That is an awful mulligan. We have no early game. Oops, all 5 drops. Maybe get a Jolly Roger out early. Oh, okay, cool. At least we got our 2-drop Mr. Smee. I think we win in the late game just for pure value, so we just want to slow them down as much as we can. Charge. I've not seen that run in Pirates yet. Okay, Smee for Smee. I'm happy trading that in with each other. Think a Smee, play a Smee. Okay, there comes down the John Silver, so we get resist. Not much we can do to remove a John Silver unless we get like a Zeus. I think I'd rather ink the Develop Your Brain and keep these impactful 5-drops we have. Play the Fishbone Quill, get rid of a Whole New World, and then Smee into Smee. And if we get a beast down next turn, hopefully we can find some answers. Because that is a very scary John Silver. They're using up all their cards, so we don't really want a Whole New World. So because of that, I might just ink that and then keep the rest of our cards, because the rest of our cards are super impactful. Oh, RLS Legacy comes down. That's super difficult to deal with. Hopefully we can find a Rise of Titans. It's got free resist, so we cannot damage it. What is the best thing in this scenario? I think we just got to draw some cards, don't we? Ink. Draw cards. Nice, we found the Rise of Titans and the Let It Go. Perfect. So we can sing Let It Go, get rid of the John Silver, and then probably ink for Cogsworth. Yeah, maybe we should have Fishbone Quilled for Grab Your Sword instead. Then get rid of RLS Legacy. Okay, we're going to get rid of our beast, but at least we can somewhat react with Grab Your Sword. Put the beast down to draw some cards. Maui can't do anything except sing. There is another John Silver. Painful. Grab Your Sword for Maui. If they want to trade into the beast, they can. This will stop, at least stop them from getting lore that way. And then I think we go for the McDuck mana, and then a Mickey Mouse, just to try and catch up in lore. Of course we have another Maui. That's really rough. Now we're only going to be drawing 1 card. We need a way to get rid of this John Silver, and we did not find it. We can try to race them, though. Because the mana is... Oh, I don't know if we can race them. Is the problem. Well, the John Silver can't take out either of these units, so at least for this turn, we are safe to quest, and then if they want to trade into the mana, it means they can't John Silver, at least. Unless we just Jolly Roger a pirate they play. But maybe we should have just traded in. Okay, so now we're going to John Silver. Oh no, they're just going to quest with John Silver. Okay. Oh, thank God, a Hades. Okay, so we can Hades with John Silver. And then trade into the Maui. Cool. Now our McDuck mana stays alive, and we can quest with Cog. Okay, Grab Your Sword, doing some damage. Still too slow though. We're questing for 6 next turn, so that is lethal. Oh, it's actually 8 with the Tinkerbell. So unless we can deal with this board, we should barely win. We've only got 1 card left in hand. Well, 2 cards now. John Silver comes down. It has Rush, but that's not going to be enough. They can take out the Cog, but we still have lethal. And GG. And we have the Let It Go to deal with John Silver too. Okay, we're up against Amber Emerald. Maybe a green fossil list, maybe not, maybe just Perdita. We'll see. Could also be a discard list. And we're going first, so we'll probably want to set up some sort of wheel turn. Gonna mulligan everything away except for the hook. Wow. Oh, okay. Hook plus Smee. That's a pretty decent opener, especially against an aggressive deck. We really got to find that ramp though if we can. I think I have to keep the develop your brain, so unfortunately... Oh, no, Ink for let it go for sure, over the Cogsworth. The hook on board. Actually, maybe develop your brain was better there. Quite possibly. Okay, Ink for Cogsworth. Go for the Smee. Yeah, I think develop your brain was better there actually. Because we really needed to find a ramp card. And now, even if we do find a ramp card, we're not going to be able to play it. Okay, Simba comes down. Go for a develop your brain first. A Haram is pretty nice. Play the Popsicle out. And then Ink the Mana. Now we can just quest with Smee. So it's a bit of a slower game plan, but we're going to still have a nice amount of cards with the Haram. Flynn Rider comes down. As much as I'd like to keep the Tink, we don't have any ramp, so I think we just always have to get rid of the Tink here. Then we Haram, draw more cards, and then keep questing with Smee. What's really nice though is that the Haram can sing the Along Comes Zeus, because it's a 4-cost. Is that an image mirror? What is that? Not graveyard, is it? Oh, I guess it's just a player icon. Or Rapunzel, because they can't get any value out of it from a Smee. Bare necessities, so they'll probably get rid of the Zeus and not the Whole New World. Whole New World's actually somewhat beneficial to them. Yep, there goes the Zeus. And a Tinkerbell comes down, which would have been a great Zeus target. Now we've got our own Tinkerbell coming up. So Inca, develop your brain. Lay down our beast. And then, I don't think we want a Whole New World, so I'd be fine discarding the Whole New World here. So we'll get rid of the Flynn, say goodbye to our Whole New World. And then just quest with Smee and Lava Charm and keep the tempo going. I don't think they're playing a discard deck. From the cards we've seen so far, it doesn't look like a discard deck. It looks more like a green faster deck. I don't think we have to worry about having a small hand size. Okay, and Vakita comes down. Now the question is... Actually, no, there's not much question, is there? Nothing can damage. So we just Ink for Smee. Play the Tinkerbell. And then definitely quest with this... Do we quest with everything? Yeah, I think we just quest with everything. Like, even if a beast gets damaged here or removed, like, there's only 7 more lore to go, so I think it's more important to push the lore at this point. Like, we've got the aggression, we just want to hold it. If they do play a Mufasa, hopefully we can top deck an Inkable and then Hades it. And then Tinkerbell should be able to clear their board if they try and trade into any of our cards or quest. Tinkerbell alone threatens the other Tinkerbell, as long as they, exert something that's attackable. What they could do here is quest with Tinkerbell and then trade both Simba and Kida into the beast. Probably their best play. Oh, no, because remember Kida still lives. I don't think they have a good play here, actually. This is a very awkward situation to be in. I mean, they need to trade in, but they also need their cards to die. They could trade 3 for 2. They could trade the Simba into the Smee and then the Tink and the Kida, the beast. That would slow me down, at least. Give them a chance to recover. Okay, they've inked for Mufasa. Maybe they've recognized Mufasa's a bit too slow in the situation. Okay, so they're trading in there at least. Genie. We're not going to trade him a Tink? Oh, right, they bounce a Tink back to hand. I see. Yeah, well, I think this is pretty simple. I could, well, is it that simple? I think I ink one of the Tinks. Hades their Genie. Trade him the Haram, and then quest with Smee. And then we're 5 lore away from winning with lethal on board. So they're forced to trade the Tink into the Smee here, and then we still probably win. Yeah, and that's GG. 20 to 4. Oh, and we're up against red-blue. This is a horrible matchup for the deck. And we're going second, which does not help. But let's see how we do. I think the game plan here is just to get as many resources as we can. So we really got to look for that ramp card, and we keep the Popsicle. And a bit of an early game helps too, but not really hook. More Smee is kind of where we want to be, I'd say. But because we don't have a turn 2 play, we'll keep all 3 1-cost cards anyway. Okay, Inca McDuck mana. Because of that pretty slow opener, I think our best play here is to Inca Let It Go and then go straight into a hook so we can start questing and challenging the board. And then next turn we can go for a double Popsicle. Like, there is the idea that if we had played Popsicle turn 1, maybe we would have drawn into a Smee, but that's such a low % chance when there's only 4 copies in the deck. Okay, Inca Hook. Queen of Hearts. Well, that means we can't quest anymore, but at least we're challenging the Queen of Hearts. I think we do ink another Let It Go, and then we go for the double Popsicle. Oh, actually, no, we should have played a Popsicle first to see if there was a better card to ink. I think mana's nicer to keep anyway. Because against a Ruby deck, like, you know, with all their removal tools, the location cards are how you're going to be able to get your questing value. But that's only if you control the board. Okay, there goes their Quill, which makes me really not want to Whole New World. I think they're expecting me to, so if we can get other forms of draw, that would be great. I mean, we have 3 Whole New Worlds in our hand. Is it better to remove their Quill than it is to start setting up my Quill? I think not. I think we remove their Quill next turn, so maybe inking the mana's best here. Yeah, as much as I don't want to ink the mana, I think it's the best choice here. If we just starve them of cards, that's how we're going to win. Because they don't have a Popsicle on the board. The only way they can draw cards is through, like, Haram right now. Alright, well now our Rise of Titans is a lot less useful, but we can hold it to deal with any McDuck manas they put down. Okay. Definitely go for the Beast here. I don't really want to ink for Rise of Titans, because we could just put a mana down, so we're going to have to keep that. They've got so many good removal tools for the Beast here, which is what makes this deck so good against us. Like, they have Madame Medusa, they have Lady Tremaine. Like, it's just not... Beast is not a very sticky card. Cogsworth is a bit better to play in this matchup because of that, but then you still have to wheel to get cards without the Beast. Okay, they went straight into a Be Prepared. That's okay. We have no form of draw. So I think we're gonna have to play for a Whole New World here, because we need the resources. And with the Quill, hopefully we benefit a bit more from the resources than they do. Okay, Amator. We absolutely need a way to remove that. Yeah, I mean, we can quest with the Mickey, because even if they get rid of the Mickey, at least it means they're not questing with Tamatoa. Okay, we've gotten some nice cards here. The question is, what do we ink? I feel like Beast is just going to get removed no matter what, so we might as well just ink our Beast. And then we can play the Smee for further aggression. We do have some nice draw with Haram, so that way we can keep feeding our resource engine to hopefully have ways to react to their board. In this case, removing the Tamatoa is very high priority. 2 McDuck manas. Oh my god. Okay, so we can remove one with Smee, Mickey, and along comes Zeus. Okay, so we're just gonna, we're gonna have to do that. We're hardcast, Let It Go. Hardcast, along comes Zeus. And we put a Smee into it. A Mickey into that one. Fishbone Quill. Play Develop Your Brain. Draw the Smee. And then Smee into McDuck mana so that we can get ready to remove that card. So double Smee here is going to be able to remove a McDuck mana at least. That Heart of Tefiti is pretty dangerous, but they're mowing, so we can't remove it anymore. Hopefully we get some kind of other damage card, Grab Your Sword, Tink, or even just a full-on location removal. Inca Quill. Oh, perfect. Okay. So now we can go for the Tink. Mickey trades into the Maui. Then Smee into the mana, and then play our own mana so that we can start threatening some lore. So if we want to keep the Smee alive, we can pop score it. We have that option. But we probably just want the pop score for draw at this point. Oh my god, not another McDuck mana, please. There goes the Be Prepared, so we can't deal with either of the manas now. Okay, well there's a Rise of Titans, perfect. We can play all three of these cards if we need to, so I'm going to go for the draw first to see our other options. That is nice. So Rise of Titans on that McDuck mana with full HP, and then we can put down a single Smee. They are going for some further draw, and we have so many resources now. Because we're just able to hit the Heart of Tefiti pretty much every turn. Makes me wonder if Heart of Tefiti is good in blue steel too. In a meta this slow. But we probably don't have enough removal options to take advantage of it. We're more of a mid-range deck, like we don't want games to be going on this long. But you know, we've been on the back foot the entire time from going second. Yeah, at least the Cogsworth will protect our Smee from being traded into. They just keep ramping, huh? They really want me to whole new world them, it looks like. Alright, maybe we're still in this thing. So first off, let's get some draw. Okay, that's not much. Develop your brain, see what our options are. Lovely. Get the beast. Yeah, I think we can go for this. So it's me into the McDuck mana. We are concerned about a Be Prepared. Now the question is, how much do I want to play around the Be Prepared? I think a little bit. So to play around it, rather than playing the beast here, we can quill the quill and just play the Smee. Cogsworth protects our Smees from being damaged, which is a wonderful interaction. We're going to be able to get rid of one of the Smees with them. Oh no, they get rid of the Haram with Madame Medusa to stop me from drawing. Scar. Oh, Scar's going to be able to get rid of that Smee. That sucks. Because of that Scar, we need some form of removal if we're going to be able to deal with this board. And we don't want the Scar to deal with our McDuck mana. A Grab Your Sword is really all we need here to still be in this thing. Because we need to be able to clear both the Scar and the Medusa. Have we used a Grab Your Sword yet? We have not. I believe we're running 2 to 3 copies in the deck. Oh, there goes Scar attacking our mana. Okay, so at least we're going to be able to clear the Scar plus Medusa with Let It Go. So we keep the mana alive for at least one more turn. Yeah, so Let It Go of the Medusa. Smee into the Scar. And then we just full commit to this board and hope for the best. If they have a Be Prepared, we are screwed and we lose. And we're actually screwed to a lot of things because we have 4 cards in hand and 17 ink. We could probably play every card in our hand. And if any of it is removal, we are completely screwed. But Gaston comes down to search for removals, scry free. This, yeah, this is rough. We'll probably leave this in the video just to show how bad this matchup is for blue steel, even if you play your heart out. Because I think we made very limited mistakes in this match, and the difference is still staggering. We just get to keep drawing cards. The Beast drawing an extra card is our one hope. If they remove that, I do not have much faith in us winning this game. What? 6 cards in hand. Just, yeah, Sapphire's got some insane draw tools, huh? Quill comes down, so we're going to keep ramping. And maybe use it to draw with Haram. Yep. Going to keep all the cards in my hand. Yeah, they really don't need to ramp. We're at 18 ink. There's no reason for them to ramp at this point. We're back up to 6 cards. We've cycled through so much of their deck. We've got 14 cards left, actually. So if we hadn't had to ink, like, 3 whole new worlds... Oh, no, we didn't ink 3 whole new worlds. That's a different game I was thinking of. Okay, well, this is something. whole new world. So maybe we can actually mulligan them, because they win next turn if we don't find removal anyway. So I think playing the Cogsworth makes sense. Whole new world. Discard a bunch of the cards we've been holding in hand. 3 Maleficents and a Tamatoa. Oh, and we didn't find it. Okay, I think we can afford to popsicle 1 here, just to draw a little bit. See how far we can dig, and we can do it again. Okay, we didn't find another whole new world, which actually would have won us the game by milling them. So unfortunately, there's no mill to be found. We can double grab your sword as a way to clear their board. Maybe that gives us enough time. Maybe that gives us enough time to find the last whole new world to mill them out. Wait. After the whole new world, 2, 4, 5, 17, 18, 19. Oh no, but we would have needed to ramp up anyway because we played the Cogsworth. Okay, yeah, we couldn't have won with the Talaver anyway. Okay, so our one hope is that they don't get enough items to win off Tamatoa this turn. If they have like Lucky Dime, we just instantly lose, I think. Oh my god, how much lore can we get? We're at 5 right now. Oh, and there's Lucky Dime. We just lose. Oh, if only we found that whole new world. We still had 2 in deck, right? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we might have inked some whole new worlds, but we had 2 left in a deck of 14. We almost were able to mill them because they spent so much time drawing. That's super unfortunate. GG. Anyway, that's a red-blue game. It is winnable, but very, very tough, especially when going second.